Welcome to CNN Live with your host, Haley Barrett. We will be discussing the topic of early 1900s women's rights. We will be interviewing 4 amazing women. It'll be a blast from the past. Now we're going to the phenomenal 1920s flapper, Olivia Williams. Hello. Now, Olivia, I have a couple questions about the 1920s glory days with the flappers. Do you think you could explain those to me?
Hello, Haley. Thank you for having me. I don't know where to start, but if I was, it would be what a flapper is. A flapper is a young woman of rebellion and intent of enjoying yourself. So, Haley, what else would you like to ask me?
Why are they called the Roaring Twenties?
Well,
what was so significant about them?
I wouldn't say the Roaring Twenties. I like to say the jazz. It was a jazz music time, you know. I like to call it the jazz age because the music was fun and different, you know, but it was also a hard time because it was actually the end of World War I. And, you know, girls were expected to wear these long dresses, modest clothes, but, you know, men and other ladies think I'm unladylike, which is fine because I don't care what they think, because I enjoy dancing and having fun and, you know, all of that. And it was just a nice time. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. You're truly an inspiration to girls worldwide.
Oh, I know.
We are here with the amazing Marilyn Monroe. Why, hello, Marilyn.
Hello, darling. I didn't see you there. What would you like to know, Haley?
I'd really love to know how you made such an impact in the 1930s.
Well, as an actress in the 1930s, people made me an icon as a woman, and men looked at me kind of like the way women should be, and it was kind of sexist because they wanted women to be not too big, not too little. It wasn't very fair to women because obviously it's difficult in a depressing time to make yourself the way other people think you should be.
See, I see exactly what you're saying, because you truly made an impact on the image of women in those times. You really changed it up. You really helped women have really better self-esteem.
Thank you.
Now we're going to the 1950s. Now we're here with the 1950s gorgeous Justine Davis.
Hi, Haley. This is for you.
Thank you. Can you explain the 1950s and African?
Okay, so the 1950s, no women were allowed in office because we couldn't go to college because the pay that we got was men got paid a lot more than women did, and it was very unequal. And I decided to that would just bug me, you know?
I can see exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah. So I really wanted to get equal with them.
And you're fighting with really Jesus everywhere. Our countries everywhere. Because you sticking up for what you knew that wasn't right changed how it is in 2015. So thank you.
Thank you.
So, Rachel, tell us a little bit about it. In the 1960s and 1970s. What was it like?
Well, I worked 55 hours a week in my house doing chores for my husband. There was no equality in any workplaces, so I couldn't become a doctor if I wanted to, because the hospitals wouldn't allow women in there unless they were a nurse. But I really don't want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor. I want to cure people, I don't want to maintain them. So my good friend Betty Friedman decided that she wasn't done. So she was one of the very famous feminists during this time, and she created the National Organization of Women. And in 1969, they made a no-fault divorce law. So if we were to get divorced, they can't blame it on the women, and the women can still keep their stuff.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for meeting with me